Before we get started, I'm going to show you guys how to input some of these colors into your crews. Go on Social Club and go to My Crews tab. Once you're there, select the crew that you want to modify the color of. Once you select the crew, click Edit Crew, and then go to the crew color right here. Click on it, and then right click in this box and click Inspect. Head on over here and you will see a hex code. All you need to do is change this hex code value. Go ahead and double click it, and then you want to type in the hex code of the crew color. Today, we're doing pure black. So for that, it is 000 000, and then if you were to click enter just like this and then scroll down and click save, it'll say sorry, your chosen color is not supported. When that happens, sometimes you need to add some letters at the end of it. For pure black, I tend to add AA at the end of it and then click enter, and then it works. I save the crew, and then I could then refresh the page, and then my crew color shows up as a transparent box. From here, I could load into GTA Online, and I will have the color set in my crew. First up is going to be neon orange. I think this color looks amazing, and it definitely looks a lot better than the other oranges we have in GTA 5. In terms of putting this color on chrome, you can see it a little bit, but it's definitely not the best color to put on a chrome paint job. I think the color by itself looks amazing, so if you're looking for a nice neon orange, this is the color for you. Next up, we have a custom ultra blue. I think this looks phenomenal. Every time I look at this, I'm like, that's what ultra blue looks like, but then I park it next to a car that is actually ultra blue and I'm like, okay, is that really what ultra blue looks like in GTA 5? Because that is really light, and I think the more vibrant and darker version of an ultra blue looks phenomenal. And if you do put it on chrome, in my opinion, it looks pretty amazing. Blue is one of those colors that really pops out with a chrome paint job, either being at night or during the daytime. It all depends on the lighting, but the color itself is amazing. Next is pure red. I think this color is amazing. I put it on a lot of my cars, and even the reds we have in GTA 5 are pretty decent. Taking a look at the RSX on the right side there, that is Torino red, the brightest red we have in GTA 5, and you can see it still looks like a pretty dark red next to this thing. And if you were to go ahead and put this neon red on with a chrome paint job, it actually looks pretty decent. But like I said, it all depends on the lighting. And in terms of this color being with chrome, it doesn't match up too well during the day, but at night it pops out a little bit more. Like I said, it's all dependent on lighting. The color itself though, without chrome, in my opinion, is perfect. Next up is pure black. This is definitely one of my favorite shades in GTA 5. A lot of people don't understand it though, and they're like, well, we already have black in GTA 5, it looks the same. It actually doesn't. The black we have in GTA 5, which you can see on the Bugatti Evo on the right, has an RGB value of 8, 8, and 8. The pure black that I have on the left is 000, which is obviously pure black. And one other thing you could do with this is if you put a livery on that has black on it, like this one on the Champion, you could still see it when you put on the black that we have in GTA 5. But if you go ahead and put a pure black on, anything that was black on that livery is completely gone, and you can't see it anymore. This livery obviously doesn't look too great when you do that, but some other liveries look absolutely amazing, and it doesn't only work with pure black, it works with every color. All you need to do is find the correct RGB values, but pure black is amazing. Next up, we have golden chrome. Depending on which car you put this on, it'll kind of have a different texture. Cars like the Itali GTO or the Itali RSX will have like a gritty diamond sort of texture, unlike other cars which will look nice, simple, and smooth. I honestly prefer the gritty diamond texture because it makes the color pop out a lot more. And going through the time cycle at nighttime, you can't see it all that much unless you're in a place with decent lighting. As you guys could see, headlights even just make the color really pop. Street lights would do the same thing. During the day, it does look good, but in my opinion, it looks the best either in the early mornings or the late evenings. Next up is police blue. I really love the look of this color. That's all I really have to say about it. It's just a really nice looking color that we don't have in GTA 5, and I honestly love to put it on a lot of different vehicles. It's just a nice light shade of blue. Next up, we have a color called off-white. This color is actually in the dead center middle of the RGB values at 153, 153, and 153. It's a mix between black and white, which is why I like to call it just neutral, because it's kind of just right in the middle there. But I honestly think it looks really nice. It's not super bright, and it's also not super dark. It's just one of those colors that would honestly look nice on a lot of different cars. Next up, we have bright blue. I'm surprised we don't have this in GTA 5. The color on the Cara 4x4 you see in the back is, I believe, nautical blue, and then obviously in the front here, we have bright blue, and I think it looks pretty great. I'm a huge fan of putting blues on my cars. I love neon blue, I love my custom ultra blue, and the blues we have in GTA 5 are okay, but I'm really surprised we don't just have a regular bright blue. I think it looks pretty amazing, and when you sit it next to some of the other blues that we have in GTA 5, you could see it kind of just belongs there. I'm really surprised we just don't have it in the game. So if you're looking for a shade of blue that isn't too neon and isn't too dark and isn't too washed out, then obviously bright blue is perfect for you. Next up is neon lime green. This is always a very popular color. When you sit neon lime green next to the regular lime green we have in GTA 5, it looks so much brighter and way more vibrant. Tons of people love it. Tons of people have used it before. So if you've never done it before, highly would recommend it. It's definitely not a color that I would put on too many of my cars because I'm not a huge fan of these extremely bright colors like this. But if you're into this stuff, then here you go. Next up is a color classified as Trippy Green. I'm not too sure why they called it Trippy Green. Maybe because it just looks kind of strange. And the other thing I like about it is the fact that it looks like a color that'll glow in the dark. Sadly, it doesn't. It would be awesome if it did, but you know, we get what we get. But the color itself honestly looks pretty damn amazing. I've thrown it on a few cars in GTA 5 and I think it looks pretty great. Next up is one of my personal favorites. It's going to be an improved midnight purple. On the right, you see the midnight purple we have in GTA 5, which is pretty much black with an ultra blue pearlescent, and then you have my custom version, which is just messing with the RGBs a little bit. Now, not everybody is a fan of this specific shade, so if you want to mess around with it, this is all you need to do, is just take the RGB values and then just either raise or lower the blue RGB value by like 10 points, either making it brighter or darker, and then just plug it into a RGB to hex code converter, and then boom, input that color into your crew, and then there you go. You get a beautiful shade of midnight purple that isn't as dark as the one we have in GTA 5. Once again, the same thing goes with a nice midnight blue. By the way, this color in GTA 5, the RGB for it is literally 008. That's the RGB of the midnight blue we have in GTA 5. Rockstar literally just threw on a blue pearlescent and then they called it midnight blue, just like that. I think this color suits it a lot better. Like I said with the midnight purple, just mess around with the blue RGB a little bit and then you'll get the color that you're looking for as long as you plug it in to a RGB to hex code converter. I personally like the look of this color a little bit more than the midnight purple, but that's just my opinion. Overall, they both look pretty nice. If you aren't a fan of sunrise orange, neon orange, regular orange, or bright orange, why not try out light orange? It kind of just looks like a more washed out version of orange, but at the same time, it's just a little bit lighter. This color could definitely suit a couple pretty nice car builds in GTA 5, and it even looks nice on this Range Rover because it's not super bright and it's not super dark. It's just in the middle there, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are going to enjoy it. This color is called Sea Wash. I honestly thought that was kind of cool. I threw it on my car and I was like, yo, this actually looks pretty awesome. I'm not going to lie. If you guys want to throw it on your cars, I would highly recommend it. I'm definitely going to toss it on a couple and I think it looks pretty amazing on the Flash GT. So let me know what you guys think of this color down below in the comment section. And at this point, do you guys think Rockstar should have just added all of these colors to GTA Online or just at least given us an RGB wheel so we don't have to go through Social Club and go through the crew things and all of that kind of crap because it gets really annoying. Next up is Pure White. Take a look at the Buffalo STX here. We have a livery on it that has white on it. Let's remove it. But if you put a regular ice white on there, you could still see it just a little bit. But then if you put pure white on, it becomes completely invisible, and then you have your own custom livery. This is a perfect example. If you wanted to remove those ugly stripes, all you gotta do is put the exact same RGB value as your primary color, and then boom, there you go. You have a custom Fuguru livery that just looks nice and simple, which I love. Like I said, you could do this with any color, you just need to find out the specific RGBs, which would be a lot easier to do if we had an RGB wheel, which is why it's so easy for me to figure out on PC with a mod menu. Next up is gonna be hot pink. The hot pink we have in GTA 5 is not hot pink. In my opinion, that is pony pink. This is what hot pink looks like. If you were to take regular pink, throw it in the microwave for 10 minutes and take it out, this is what would come out. And I think it looks awesome. Every once in a while, I do end up throwing a nice hot pink on some of my cars because I think it just suits it sometimes and, you know, support breast cancer. But honestly, the color itself looks pretty great. And like I said, it's extremely hot and very, very neon, and it does not look good with chrome at all. Next up, we have a lighter and kind of brighter version of a silver. And I thought some of you guys might like this. The silver we have in GTA 5 is honestly pretty great. This one is just a little bit brighter and a little bit lighter, I guess. I think it looks pretty cool. And if you guys want to add it to your crews, well, here you go. This next color is called Straw Beige, and in-game it actually looks a lot nicer than it does in this video, but usually when I want to put on like a beige type of color, I usually just end up settling with a cream. Even though it's not actually beige, it just gets the job done that I was looking for. I realized while I was recording this, we don't actually have a beige color in GTA 5, which I found kind of strange. So if you guys want a nice pure beige paint job for the next crew color, let me know down below in the comment section because I think it would be pretty nice. And even this color looks pretty amazing. Next up is going to be a brighter wine red. The wine red we have in GTA 5 is terrible. It's literally 800. That's the RGB value of it, which is literally just black, which kind of sucks because once again, it's another example of where Rockstar just threw on a red pearlescent onto a practically black paint job. In my opinion, this custom wine red looks a lot better. You just take this paint job, throw it on, and then take a nice bright red pearlescent and toss it on top of that. Once again, if you guys don't like how bright it is or it's too dark for you, just mess around with the RGB a tiny bit, and then you'll get the color that you're looking for. And finally, one of my personal favorites is going to be Cyan. I think it looks absolutely amazing. It's another color that just looks like it's actually glowing, and it's an awesome color to throw on your cars. And one of the coolest things is, if you just throw it on, you don't put any pearlescent on, when you drive it outside, it looks like it's actually glowing. You could see like a green / yellowish hue to it, which I thought was really awesome. But it's a pretty beautiful color. Anyways, guys, that pretty much wraps the video up for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys went on to enjoy it. But there are obviously a ton of other different amazing colors we don't have in GTA 5 that I think would look amazing. So if you guys want to see another episode of this, let me know down below in the comments section. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. And with that said, I'll catch you guys in the next video.